we are going to open the phone lines to hear from you. Continuous voter registration, why the low turnout? So despite the importance of participation in democratic processes, Nigeria continues to struggle with low turnout both during elections and in continuous voter registration exercises. In 2023, out of over 93.5 million registered voters, only 24.9 million cast their ballots, representing a turnout of 26.7%, the lowest in the country's history since 1999. Fast forward to 2025, reports from the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) indicate that many eligible voters have not embraced the continuous voter registration process, resulting in poor participation across various states, especially the northern states. And that's what, we saw on the table, right? Factors such as lack of trust in the electoral process, poor political education, insecurity, disenchantment with leadership, and logistical challenges have been identified as the major reasons for the declined turnout. So this situation raises serious concern about the future of a citizens' engagement and democratic strengthening in Nigeria. Now, let's take a look at Bello Musa's package, on the low turnout that he sent in from Kaduna.
This is the headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission in Kaduna State. Although the exercise commenced last week, turnout in Kaduna and other parts of the north remains low.
And I believe more people need to be informed. They need to more awareness so that people can now come and do their registration or recover their lost cards, or even to transfer if they want to transfer their registration point.
According to Saria Awal, the head of ICT department at the Kaduna office, despite internet difficulties, the exercise is going on smoothly.
People, all ages are coming up for the registration. We have the elderly, the PWD, the young, so we have all people coming up. For the first few days, I wouldn't say it's usually minimal, but people are still coming up. So far so good. We have not had any serious challenge with the registration. Just a few network glitch here and there, which is expected, but everything is moving on smoothly.
Ahmed Adamu, who uses his phone to assist members of his community with online registration, lamented persistent network challenges.
We often encounter challenges to access the INEC portal. It will reject our requests, sometimes due to network instability.
While expressing concern over uncollected permanent voter cards still lying at INEC offices across the country, politician Sabi Ubarao, alongside political analyst Lawal Musa, said the low turnout of eligible voters is a danger to Nigeria's democracy.
The rate of what I'm seeing, I can say I'm not happy with it. Because our people are showing that they are not interested, or they are not even interested in getting their PBC.
And why people are not turning up to come and get their voters is because they voted, they elected people, different types of people. They formed governments by, with their votes, but unfortunately they were disappointed.
Barrow further stressed that beyond the issue of uncollected PVCs, many rural dwellers are being denied the opportunity to register due to limited access to online platforms.
Look at it critically. A man that is an average man in the village doesn't have even a smartphone. How can he access this? But if they can at least get in touch or have the old version of the registration where they took all, what do they call it, manual registration. So let them, if they can get a privilege of getting the manual registration, to liaise with their coordinators, with their staffs in all various states.
According to figures on the Commission's website. About 5.9 million PVCs from previous registration exercises remain uncollected nationwide. Bello Musa, Trust TV News Kaduna.
Welcome back, and thank you for, Bello, for sending out that report. What do you think? Do you think Nigerians still believe that their votes count? And maybe they don't even believe that, and that's the reason why they've lost interest in coming out to register.
Yeah, Fatima, this low turnout is
a cause to worry.
Yeah, it is. But I feel like, in as much as I still believe it's due to lack of awareness, because we just saw it in the news. There's no,
the government?
Many media houses, it started on the August 18th, right? And
it was out there.
It was out there. Even Daily Trust have aired it, But aside the lack of awareness, like you said, there's disinterest. A lot of people actually think...
I don't think it's lack of awareness.
They are not really interested in voting anymore, because ask an average Nigerian that why he doesn't want to vote, and you say like, of course 2027 they have chosen their president already.
Just like the expert
my vote
said,
doesn't count.
Yeah, just like the expert said, they voted, but they've lost interest, and probably the people they voted for didn't do anything for them to benefit in their constituencies or the government, the states and what have you. So definitely they have the feeling of failure, and the trust in the government has sort of made them not to even believe that their votes will even count at the end of the day, because we all know that 2023 was the politics of money. Well, let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Fatima. Good morning, Maryam. Good morning, Trust TV. Good morning, Nigeria. This is Shetima calling from Maiduguri.
Thank you so much, Shetima. Good morning. And how is Maiduguri?
Maiduguri, alhamdulillah.
All right, so go ahead. What's your take?
The low turnout on the registration of the voters' card. You see, Fatima, honestly speaking, people are tired. Even anybody, he can feel discouraged. We can remember in this country, people, they supported a candidate with their own personal money, but nothing come out. People, they spend their time to waste time in the voters, in the process of casting their votes. But whenever they cast their vote, they do not see change. So anything that you do it for gain. You do it for you want to see a fruit out of it. But you are doing things, you are not seeing anything. You must be tired. You must be tired. This is true of the matter. And if you look at it very well now, like the exercise that is taking place in Kaduna, they placed it in the headquarters. So we all know how much, how expensive the transport is here today in Nigeria. Somebody, if you take from the place where you stay, you have to pay for transport money to go to the headquarters of the INEC to do registration. How much will cost you? I believe I was not in Kaduna, but I know how far the distance from where I am now to the headquarters of INEC in Maiduguri. And I know how much you will spend. Even though Maiduguri transport is cheap, honestly speaking, we thank God for that. I think we are experiencing a cheap transport because of the assistance of the mass transit that our government plays. And they are giving services all the time. But if you calculate, you will spend nothing less than 800 naira. A poor man who was looking for something to eat, how do you expect him to spend like 1,000 naira to go to obtain a registration card, a voter's card? Which one, even though if he casted his vote, he will not see change. That's why the discouragement comes. And that is why people they do not develop interest nowadays. They have to change. Our politicians have to change. Politics is contract. You seek for the mandate of the people. In return, you change their life for positive way. But whenever they voted or they voted you into the power, you turn your back and you forget about them. So that is why today the Nigerians also take this time of turning back against obtaining the voter cards. So all what will correct this menace is for the politicians to stand up to the attack. If they casted you into power, you do as much as possible to touch the life of the common Nigerian in a positive way. So that's the only thing that we can change. Look at the 2023, election, how people come out in mass. But each and every year, each and every season, the turnout is going back. You have to ask themselves why. Because people have becoming civilized each and every day. But I want to apologize to Nigerians. We should exercise patience. With time, things will change. But we should not be allowing the voters' center to be empty. Why? Because if we do that, the criminal politicians, they will have a chance of to occupy the power position, and the problem will be continued. So we have to exercise patience and obtain the voters' card, so that we can remove the bad eggs that had been mixing in the politics contest. We have to replace the bad one with good one, so that's the only way we can see change. But if we continue be lingering or we stay behind, we do not obtain our voters card, this maltreatment will continue. So we are calling for Nigerians to exercise patience to obtain the voters card, so that we can make a change, and through that we can make a better Nigeria. Our prayer is, my Almighty Allah help us to see change for better, to restore Nigeria, to build a new Nigeria where everyone will benefit. Thank you so much and have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Fatima, for your contribution. I mean, he has said a whole lot.
One of the reasons he mentioned is limited access. Some people do not even know the registration centers, and some of them are far away from their registration centers, and that's why I said there's lack of awareness. It's not all about telling the public in news that no, we have started the continuous voters registration. We have to increase awareness through public education campaigns. Telling people, making people aware of how and making them know their centers. Before I continue, we have another call.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Your name and location, please.
My name is Elijah.
Calling from where?
Warri.
Elijah from Warri. Thank you so much for joining us. Tell us, what's the voter registration turnout like in Warri?
I have a complaint that we do not bring our people. They are not coming.
They are not coming?
No.
Is there any reason?
Now we are waiting.
The officials are not out.
Yeah.
They didn't come.
What's their reason? Did they give any reason for not coming?
No, that is why I'm calling.
Oh. So they have not come to Warri at all?
At all.
Did you go to your center last where you registered and there was no one there?
No.
Oh.
And did you check other centers?
Sorry?
Yeah. No signs of coming.
Okay, I'm sure they are listening, so something will definitely be done. and you know, just exercise patience to see what happens after today.
Okay, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much, Elisha, for your contribution and calling. I mean, it's very important that he called. You know, I appreciate the fact that, you know, you're calling to say that there was no any you know, sites for you to even go and register, and there was no any you checked your where you went to register the last time, and there was no one. So if you have any sort of situation similar to what is happening in, you know, Alka, just just call us and, you know, let us know, so that we know that the registration, people not coming out, is not from your end, but rather the INEC officials are not even there to do the job. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
All right, please do well to stay away from your TV set when you're calling, and do not forget to send us WhatsApp messages in case you're not able to join us. Good morning, Abasekon. Thank you so much for calling.
Good morning.
Good morning, Abasekon.
Good morning, my daughter. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good morning.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
I want to really appreciate Fatima. I talked about the bad eggs. What of the mother hen that lays the eggs?
Yeah.
So, you see, fact remains that a lot of office holders premeditate lies. They concoct schemes that are made up of lies in order to carry out their previous evil designs and sow seed of discord. This seed of discord is what makes people around to have discontention. People do not coexist. I mean, coexist in the terms of they don't interact with their neighbor. They feel unconcerned. So, going straight to the topic, continuous voters registration. Why the low turnout? Yeah, because our leaders take on lies. They so depend on telling lies. And when all this happens, why people have the kind of good to. So that is the basic reason. Personally, like myself, ADC is a party that I would have voted for, but I have somebody who was a minister at Abuja and a one-time governor. And look at what the man did. I watched on your program, land grabbing in Abuja, how he shared land to people who are not citizens of Abuja. How can I vote for that kind of a person? So that is why ADC is not a party I can vote for. I will vote for a particular person. And that person I vote for is tinubu for continuation. I'm telling you the truth, because I don't see good in that ADC. I'm just telling you the truth. Let the truth be told. So, my sister, God bless all of you. God bless Trust TV. God bless Nigeria. Alan Guru. And Alaji Shetima, continue with your bombardment. I really appreciate. God bless all of us in Jesus' name.
Thank you. Fatima, one thing I noticed is the amount of distrust most Nigerian citizens have for the government is alarming, honestly.
Yeah, not for the government, not Tinubu.
Yes, for the government. It's alarming.
Because what Abasekon just said actually made me understand that people can actually like the person that is in a party that they don't like. Government. No, in a party that they don't like.
Oh,
so you can be in a party that some people don't like, but they can vote because they like the person.
Most people do not vote for parties, they vote for that particular person.
Well, but he's in a party, and they may not like the party, but they'll still vote because of the person. So that's just what it means. Well, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Do we have the caller?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Mike from Niger State.
Mike.
From Niger.
From Niger State.
Thank you so much for joining us. Go ahead. What's your contribution this morning?
My contribution is about asking a question, right? Our voters in registration, is it making things that during the voters card, we vote. After the election, they will never ask the so person win, or you are not the one of the winner. Why those things is happening?
That's my question this morning.
Okay, thank you very much.
Well, because we can't answer a question that we don't have an answer
thank you very much for that.
It's INEC that should be able to answer that question.
INEC should be able to answer
but I'm very sure that they are listening and they will definitely do something about it. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Evangelist, good morning.
This is Evangelist Oluogunaike, calling from Jebodi, Ogun State.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling.
Yes. Please, can you remind me summarize this topic for me, because we have no line.
We are talking about the low turnout for the voter registration that is ongoing right now in states. What is causing the low turnout of voter registration?
Thank you. So simply put, there is nothing causing it except for the poor performance of this present administration in terms of providing quality and standard life for the generality of the masses by both the federal government and the state government. Look at the issue of insecurity in the northern region of this country, killing every day. The federal government claims that they are doing something, and we are not seeing the effect. And the worst part is the state governor, especially in those houses, they are doing nothing. Can you imagine in Zamfara, from Alpha, they went and meet with Toje, and they asked him to surrender the weapon, and they broke up peace with somebody that has killed a lot of people. You see, if all these people that these Marudas have been prosecuted in the past and they are still being prosecuted, this low turnout will not come to place. The same thing in Jebu area, Ogun State here too. Low turnout. People are not willing to vote for people because the vote did not even count. The vote did not count, so they should do the needful. And make sure that they are concerned about the welfare of the citizenry. Bring down the price of fuel to 200 naira. Those that are killing, let them be killed as well. Let there be good standard of living for the masses. Then you will see that there will be a high turnout if they do all this. I pray that trust television will continue to work stronger, and your tentacles shall be spread all over the globe, and you shall be number one. God bless you. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you, Evangelist.
Amen.
And I want to say,
so
even
much.
if you do not have power supply, we stream live on YouTube. You just need your phone and data. Go to YouTube and subscribe to Trust TV. You watch us live from there.
He does. He has subscribed. If there's no light, he can't charge his phone to watch. But one thing I know for sure that he has been doing for the longest of time is, regardless, he has been calling. He's a retired person. He's an elderly person.
That's
so
true.
Definitely it's understandable if he cannot use the YouTube to go and search or watch, but then for him to still have the number in his phone and call, I commend that. Thank you so much for your contribution.
Calling.
And then please send us WhatsApp messages, which I'm already beginning to see some messages coming through before we wrap the segment. I'm also thinking one major reason why low turnout is the Elisha calling from Warri to say that they didn't come. Sometimes logistics, to transport them to the place, and probably bad roads also can also add to that. And then maybe some areas that are not safe, so definitely they'll be scared to go there. I'm not trying to, cover up for them, but I'm just stating some facts. With the rainy season, roads are bad. And the insecurity also. So some access they may not be able to, access some of the areas for them to go and camp so that they can do the registration and what have you.
But I think that can be taken care of by simplifying the registration processes. You understand?
And that's why they have the portal.
And reduce barriers. And you can make registration more accessible, especially online.
That's why they have the portal.
But the portal we all saw the report, the network issue.
Yeah. So
and the network glitch are so bad that we cannot.
So it's not general, Maryam. At the end of the day, you can't say that everybody is not able to access the portal.
Most Nigerians can.
For some, they may not be able to access the portal, maybe due to one reason or the other. But we can't say all of them, or all people didn't, have access to it. But definitely there can be things that can be done to enhance that.
Oh, well, I believe things can be done to make everything better. But one thing lots of Nigerians says,
what would you have done differently?
I would love to do it online, because...
What would you have done differently? Leave the online. What would you have done differently?
Like I said, simplifying the registration process is just... I wouldn't be able to do it alone, but they have a whole lot of, heads to come together and make... We're talking about how to make this easy for normal Nigerians.
Simplifying means online.
No, you don't understand. I mean, when you come together, talk together, have a meeting. It's a whole group. The INEC is a big... agency, and I believe they can do something when it comes to making the lives of Nigerians easy, when it comes to everything, and when it comes to this. We don't have these issues to deal with.
Well, yeah, so do well to send us WhatsApp message or call and, share your thoughts and tell us if you have been able to register either online or even physical, if you're able to see the, INEC officials camp in your area and how the turnout is. We've seen the table where we saw, showing us the INEC PVC registration in 1 week, where we saw the PVC pre-registration by geopolitical zones, listed out, and we saw the number of percentages, that was showing earlier on the screen. We saw Northwest with 11.1%, North Central with 11.2%, and then Southwest had the highest with 66.7%, and then South with 4.7%, I beg your pardon, and then Northeast with 6.1%. And then, if the table could have shown, you will see how top 5 states, which is Osun, Lagos, Ogun, FCT, and Kaduna State. And then lowest 5 states is Ebonyi, Imo, Enugu, Abia, and Adamawa State. And then the geopolitical zones, definitely. And then so far, at least we are seeing that it started on the 18th, and today is 30th. Just few days, and the numbers are not impressive, even though in some states it looks very impressive. But for the North, I mean, I can understand why, especially for the North, because of the insecurity in some of the areas. So if they are not able to access those zones or those communities, then it's totally understandable. But then they should make it easier, like you said, with the portal, so that people can have access to it. But at the end of the day, a lot of people cannot still have access to, because they don't have money to buy data. There's no light to charge their phones and what have you. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Do we still have the caller? Well, do well to send us WhatsApp message so that we can take them. So, the insecurity is also adding to the situation.
One of the major reasons why there is low turnout in the North, and most people in the North do not know how to use, the cell phones. They don't know have the smartphones to log into the portal to make two registrations. We saw in the report that our Trust TV correspondent said right now that a man there was helping people, the elderly and everybody, in one phone to register them online, but the network was so bad. So that's one of the major reasons, I believe.
Yeah. And we have some WhatsApp messages, and then we have another caller, which may be our last caller. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. I think we have lost the call. So let's take a look at one or two messages before we go. And there's this message saying, good morning, I wish you all the best. I hope everything goes well. This is coming from Omar Abore. Thank you, from Kaduna State. Thank you so much, Omar, for your message. And then we have another one.
Golton Ilya from Bauchi.
Yes, so let's have it displayed so we can take that. From Golton Ilya from Bauchi State. He said, good morning, Fatima and Hajia. The issue is not far-fetched from what Mr. Shatima from Maiduguri said. Bad leadership from our politicians mistrust and proximity of the registration centers attributes to the low turnout. He said second issue here is the mode of collecting the PVCs, because I mean you've seen how they said about how many thousands of PVCs are still there from the last registration of the 2023 that people have not gone to collect, because some people don't even have the transport. I mean, you heard what Fatima said, that the distance even from where he is to where the INEC camp is that they can go and do the registration is far. So he said the mode of collecting the PVC is very stressful and discouraging at times. I had to use my temporary voter's card last election. I went to INEC office after general election to collect my PVC. To my greatest surprise, those I met in the INEC office said they are not issuing PVC till next election period. Tell me, how are they encouraging Nigerians towards popular participation? Honestly, it's discouraging. Thanks. Well, this is coming from Golton Ilya from Bauchi State. I mean, definitely, Maryam, you stated this earlier. You know, you said what he just said. It's discouraging. It's stressful. It's stressful to access to reach some of the scams. So definitely, which I totally understand.
Oh, then well, we have another
last message.
Yes, okay. The last message to take is from Comrade Nansat from Jos. Says, good morning, Trust TV. The truth about the low turnout of Nigerian citizens for voters registration is because most of the time their vote does not count. Therefore, the experience of the voters discourage others. Similarly, voters have not seen the dividend of democracy. The civil society should do more to mobilize the electorate, as well as the government, to provide the basic necessities of life to the people.
I mean, Comrade Nasser has said it also.
Yeah. You know, like I said, it's distrust that they have for the whole system.
Whether we like it or not, you know, if we look at the politics, which we know it's been one thing that has been running the country, but still, as it goes, aside from the older, you know, generations that have served and, you know, did their jobs well, that we still look up to and say, oh, we wish Ahmed Bello is still here, Murtala Mohammed, you know, they are like Azikwe and the rest. So a lot of them, you know, that have actually fought for the country, and what we are seeing now is totally different. So definitely,
and it's so sad to see, Fatima, the amount of distrust, and people are skeptical when it comes to the Nigerian polity, the whole of it. Everything that comes from the government, before people even venture into it, people start like, you know, is it not? Very, like, you just have this doubts, you know, is it?
I mean, just yesterday we were hearing similar arguments.
It's just so sad to see. People do not even trust anything that comes from, and this particular topic is one of the things that is an effect of what people think about the government, and that's so not too good.
Well, I mean, I'm seeing some messages that we're so sorry at this point that we may not be able to take them, but, you know, like Maryam said, you know, the collecting of the PVC, the registration is actually what determines what Nigeria is going to be like in 2027, who we are going to vote for, who we are going to choose as our leaders. The PVCs are very important. So at this point, I'm not even pleading with the people, the masses, our viewers watching us right now, to please be patient and, you know, find means to re-register, you know, make corrections of your voters' details and your registration details and what have you. And then also try the portal. If it doesn't work, look for the nearest INEC office close to you and, you know, probably go and complain. For worry, I'm sure that something will be done. It's not just worry. I'm sure there are other access that, you know, maybe INEC has not even gone there for them to, you know, carry out the voter registration. And also, we need it, you know, for us to choose the right leaders at the end of the day. So INEC, please make it simple and easy for Nigerians to, you know, access the portal, and also camp where it will be easier for them to also go and register. A lot of people actually want to vote and they can't do that without the voter's card. So make it easy for them. Thank you so much for all your messages, your phone calls. As usual, every day we're here just because of you and for your contributions.